What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. Today we're going to be talking about a fragrance that I've been talking about for a while now, and it's a fragrance that many of you guys have been asking me to review, and I've been putting it off. We're not putting it off anymore. As you can see from the title, we're reviewing John Varvatos Vintage. This is a long time coming. Now, not many people are talking about this fragrance in the community right now, and that's okay. That's why I'm making this video. To put it simply, I love this fragrance. This is one of the few fragrances that I have encountered just in my experience thus far that was literally love at first sniff. I smelled it, I was blown away. It resonated with me in a way that I cannot really describe to you, but I'm gonna do my best here on camera. So, this fragrance was released 2006. Perfumer Rodrigo Flores Ru, who is the perfumer for all of the John Varvatos fragrances, I believe that he does masterful work with these fragrances. Finds a way to make them unique while still making them appeal to many people. That is a hard thing to do, in my opinion. They don't really smell like anything else out there. But again, they're not going to be off the wall they're not like niche fragrances, but they do have niche quality, I would say. Anyway, let's get into what is in this fragrance. There's a lot of notes, so I'm going to read you all of them, and then I'll tell you what I actually get out of it, reading it from my phone here. So in the top, we have apparently wormwood, basil, rhubarb, quince.
It's actually quince. Thank you very much.
Which is like a fruit. It's a cross between an apple and a pear in terms of scent profile. Fennel, pepper. In the heart, we have juniper, we have lavender, we have cinnamon, jasmine, orris root, and a green leaves accord. And in the base, we have tonka bean, we have suede, we have tobacco, patchouli, vetiver, balsam fir, and woody notes. A lot of notes in that one. A lot of very different notes. Some notes that create some interesting contrast, I think, in the composition. But what I mainly get, I get tonka bean, I get cinnamon, I get that suede leather, I get tobacco, and I also get that rhubarb. And I get the rhubarb in a sense of like this tart kick to it. And rhubarb is a very, very unique note in fragrances. And it's pretty prominent, not so much in the scent, but mainly in the vibe that it gives to the composition. Again, it doesn't smell like rhubarb, but it has this tart, this tartness to it that rhubarb carries. Oh man. This fragrance basically smells like, don't take this the wrong way, it smells like something your dad would wear. I'm just gonna let that sit. It smells like something that came out 20 or 30 years ago. But there's a modernity, that's the word, right? Is that the word?
That's right, smarty pants.
Okay. There's a modernity to it. It's modern. It's gentlemanly. It doesn't smell dated. It smells old-fashioned in a way, but not dated. Very masculine as well. And when I say gentlemanly, the primary element of what I mean by that is it is subtle. Not only in the scent profile, in terms of what it smells like, it carries this like round warmth to it. It has this depth to it, but it's also aromatic at the same time. There's lavender in here, there's vetiver, like I said, so it does have this freshness to it, but it's deep and it's rich, and it's a great blend. You can't really pick out all these other notes in here. But like I said, in terms of what makes it gentlemanly, it's not just the scent, but it's also the performance. Let's talk about that. John Varvatos fragrances have a bad rap for not performing very well at all. And I'm going to tell you what I think about fragrances like this in the line, as well as the original John Varvatos, which looks like that. I love that one too, and I own it. Those particular fragrances, and this one included, I believe they were purposefully made to not be strong and loud. That is what adds to their gentlemanly nature. They're subtle. They're going to be present, but they're not going to scream. They don't really project very well. I get decent projection for maybe the first hour or so. And then after that, it's going to sit close. It's going to be within your vicinity. It's going to be very much a cuddly scent, I think. And it gets better and better as it dries down. You get more of that leather and tobacco feel in it, and it's just gorgeous. And it still retains the sweetness. I think the sweetness going back to the scent, is what keeps it smelling modern. That tonka bean note, which has been used to death in many men's designer releases as of late. I think that is what keeps it from being too dated. It's sweet. There's that underlying sweetness that makes it so a younger man could pull it off just fine. I believe I featured this fragrance on a list I did a while back called Mature Fragrances for Young Men, something like that. I'll link to it up here. Check it out and they'll give you some more suggestions of fragrances along this vein. But this is a hallmark in the John Varvatos line. So this lasts about 5-6 hours on my skin, which is all I need from it. I see it more as a nighttime scent, especially for upscale occasions, but I do believe that it could be worn casually as well, just fine. You know, there's an elegance to this fragrance. I believe that if it was loud and obnoxious and it projected, it wouldn't be as elegant. It wouldn't be as gentlemanly. I think this is created the way it's supposed to be, and it's perfect the way it is. This fragrance makes me feel collected, comfortable, and gentlemanly when I wear it. I do get compliments with it. It seems to fit, I think, my personality very well, again, because it's not going to be all in your face. And I don't really like to get all up in your face. I promise I don't really like to do that at all. That's just not my thing. I don't really just get all up in your face. As for when to wear this, again, for occasions, you can wear it just about any occasion, I'd say. In terms of seasons, I'd say it shines in the fall, especially when there's still a little bit of warmth, because when it gets too cold, you're not going to smell it that well unless you're indoors. So it does fine in the winter as well, but fall is the best, then the winter. Spring is right under that. I think it works great for the spring as well, and I would avoid it in the summer. Again, it's not all that heavy, so it may not be super cloying, but it probably could be in the high heat, especially with the sweetness, which will get even sweeter. But I would even avoid wearing it in summer nights just because of the scent profile. I don't think it comes off as a very summery scent at all. I think it works when there's a slight breeze out, when it's a little bit cool, and when it's not too hot to kind of dress up a little bit, if you're going to wear it at night, that is. So that's when I think it would be a great time to wear this one. It is simply one of my favorite fragrances out of my collection. It's something that I plan on having for a long time, and I do have my girlfriend and partner Diana to thank for this. This was a Christmas gift, not this past Christmas, but the one prior, and she had no idea that I already loved it and was planning to get it. And bam, I opened up the gift and here it is. So really grateful for that. I love this stuff. If you've been neglecting it, this is where things turn here. This is where we're turning your life around. You're gonna go to Sephora or Macy's or whatever is closest to you, or you're gonna go to eBay or go to the Facebook groups to get a sample or something. You're gonna go smell this thing and then come back here and let me know what you think. If you haven't smelled it, go out and smell it, then come back and tell me what you think. I promise you, if you like gentlemanly scents, you're gonna love this fragrance. And if you smelled this one already, I know many of you have already bought it, perhaps from my recommendation, which I'm honored by. Go down in the comments and let me know what you think of it. Let's talk about this one. Let's give it some praise. I really, really enjoy this. So that is John Varvatos Vintage. Hope you guys enjoyed my review. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. Wait, I want to let you guys know, spring list is coming up soon. I've been taking my time. Sorry. It's coming probably next week, so look out for that, guys. Peace. I'll see you guys on the next one.